Welcome to my YouTube channel. I really hope you're enjoying the videos I put out on property investment. Please go back and watch different ones. There are playlists which are individual, whether buy, refurb, refinance, purchase options, development, etc. And love to have your comments. Please subscribe and share my videos. So what are we talking about today? The UK property market. What is going on? Interesting. Look, The Guardian announced today, on Wednesday, that the London house prices have just gone up 0.6% recently. And the average house price in London is £500,000. It's massive. It's just grown and grown and grown. Why is that? There's this trend of people leaving the city and going out to get more for their money so they can work from home. I've said this before. One of my sons who lives in Munich, he hasn't been in his workplace since before March. February was the last time he worked in his office in Munich, and since then he's worked from home based, and he is one of their top salesmen. It's an interesting place. What is going on? Prices seem to be going up. Not everywhere, I have to say. I think it's stalled. I don't think we're going to see the crash as I've been predicting because of what happened with the government and the way that they did the Brexit deal, which was phenomenal. But London is always the place to watch what's going to happen. It's still going up. The ripples go out from London across the country. In Lincoln, we're still seeing a strong market, not necessarily going up. I was with the surveyor this week, talked strong market in the way that sales are going through. Yes, there's this race for stamp duty in the way that if you can complete, and please don't misunderstand, if you exchange, you don't pay stamp duty on exchange, you pay on completion. So you've got to complete the purchase by the 31st of March to save the stamp duty up to £15,000 maximum per investment. So that's something that people are running towards and making sure that they can make that saving. What else is going on in the market? Well, that's a really interesting one. Look, the opportunities are starting to come now. I am starting to see more and more opportunities. I've spent this week really working with mentees that we have on one-to-one. Leslie and I only do one-to-one mentorship now. And that's been really interesting to look, how do we continue to help our mentees to make money in this time, and where and what should they be doing? So some of the things, it would be to actually repurpose some of the buildings that they've got. So can they convert them into flats? Can they take a two-bed? And what I'm seeing in Lincoln especially, and it's something that we're looking, maybe we'll do it down in Cambridge, but a two-bed and make it a mini-mo. I know a landlord that's got 4 mini-mos, she actually does more, but I think this could be a way to go. So service accommodation is great, but could you get long-time income over that? So how would you do it? Let's suppose you've got a 1-bedroom property and you have another room. Well, why not make them into 2 bedrooms? The kitchen will have to become, communal, and the bathroom, you might have a living room that you can still use or something. If not, then the bedrooms are separate. Now you can actually rent that to 2 people long-term, bills included, and make maybe not as much as your service accommodation, but you'll make a profit, and over and above what your payment is, and you've got a nice steady income, especially over these probably next 12 months until we come out of this COVID effect, and then things will start to grow. That's, there's a lot going on there. It's interesting that a lot of people, even one of my sons, have been talking to me about Bitcoin and said, look, there's an investment, and people are starting to look, where can I invest? Property is the way. Look, let's just remember one thing, that property is bricks and mortar. Yes, the values will drop a bit, but they will always go back up. Bitcoin, I don't know a lot about it. What I do know is that they've just dropped 5% in value. 5%. To buy a Bitcoin, it's come down to $34,000, I think, for one. Okay, so it's dropped 5%. 5% is a massive reduction, and that's almost overnight. You don't get that with property. It may well drop 5, 10, 15, 20% in some areas, but it will always recover. Where will property go? Will it drop as much? No, I don't think it will. I think things will become a little bit stagnant. We're going to see after March is going to be quite interesting. Will the government extend the relief on stamp duty? I think they will personally, but let's wait and see. They're having to kickstart the economy. The lockdown is not great, but there are certainly lots and lots of opportunities out there. If you want to know more, if you're interested in investing with us, please contact us. If you are looking to sell a property, then we are just starting up a estate agency. Please contact us. If you have any opportunities to do large refurbs on houses, then give us a call. That's something that we're doing sort of between Lincoln and Cambridge. We have a company now to do that, whether kitchens, bathrooms, a whole refurb throughout the house, even putting new boilers in, everything. We can do everything. Contact me. The thing is, there's opportunity everywhere. What I did want to say was, when people are looking to diversify and do things, my daughter is 14 years old. It's important to encourage your children, especially when they get interests. So I've been very focused on this. Obviously, she's homeschooled, but her friends can't come over, all sorts of things. So it's difficult, but she's shown interest in music, so she has some instruments upstairs that she's played. She's, children do all those sort of different things. She did the slime about 3 or 4 years ago. She had all of that stuff as well. But now she's into jewellery. And I put a little video on, so I bought a load of jewellery, and now she's starting to make jewellery. But we're using it as an exercise to learn about mathematics. And so if we bought something with 500 pieces for £10, she's worked that out, and that's whatever it is, 5 pence per piece. If it's 1,000 pieces for £5, she's working out that's half pence per piece. And she's working out what each component costs. And so now when she puts something together, whether it's earrings and then packaging, there's 3 parts of packaging that she's got. And we worked it per packaging. So we're using this as a little business. Now she's as you've seen in this video, she's now computing all these numbers, and she doesn't like it. So I'm helping her a little bit with the numbers. But then she will know exactly how much everything will cost, including postage. And so now, let's supposing something costs £3 to make, what would she sell it for? £4.99 maybe, something like that. And she'll make a little profit. And then I'm saying then the capital has to be paid back, and then we reinvest and get more and go on. And then eventually, maybe if it works for her and she gets herself a little name, a little business, then she could start having other people making those things for her, even her friends, and she could pay her friends something and grow. So listen, just something to help you. It's not just us who can responsible, but look at your children. It's a great opportunity. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.